the ground. Over the head it goes. An opportunity now for Odgers. Picked up nicely by Anir. Lost it. Over the line it goes out of bounds.
High tackle.
High tackle.
I think it was a disappointing decision to the extent that Anir seemed to duck before being tackled.
Anir's kick. Drops short of Taylor. There was an infringement to Taylor, and he'll take the free kick. Not to Taylor. It's to Lovett. And Odgers going quick about the decision. Having plenty to say to umpire Vassalou, who I think is doing his first senior game for the year, apart from the night game on Tuesday night. Wally Lovett, who crossed from Collingwood last year, kicks for goal, and Richmond's kicking has been excellent. Richmond 4 goals won after 16 and a half minutes.
17 minutes into the first term. Oh, not very well done, side bottom. Picked up nicely, driven down there by Cross. Underneath it is Cowie, 2-1 against him. Well done, Fiddler, but lost it. Out wide it goes. Chance, oh, nice play. A hand pass is intercepted there. Again, Cross. This time, Meehan shoots for goal. Won't make it. Oh, almost a free kick to Crow. Kicked it off the ground. Touch through. Max Crow claiming it desperately, but I think foot might have been over the line.
Towards the outer side, Matthew Wall. Cunningham, his opponent. Wall down the outer wing. Roach in the middle of 2 of them. Comes to the back, Richmond's way. Cross. Up towards half forward. Cunningham, mile in the clear. Crow in the goal square. Cunningham's kick. Crow comes from behind Stewart. Can't mark at the front. Meehan gets clear. Snap. He's kicked it. Good goal by Simon Meehan. And he's played extraordinarily well in the first quarter.
Lee, and side bottom, Lee wins this one. Nice play, Rioli. Look at the dazzler. Out wide it goes, picked up by Jess. It was Egan who got it across to him. Jess tries to find Taylor, as he almost always does. It really is just about predictable with Jimmy Jess. Every time he gets the ball, he drives to Taylor. That time too wide, it's out of bounds.
Roach contesting, knocks it Richmond's way. Anir's done well. Hand pass this time. And Anir follows up well. Brown, well done. Over centre wing. Fiddler with Jep. Fiddler gets away beautifully. Oh, great lead by Barker. He's a long way out. Max Crow kicked the goal from further out. I don't know about Trevor Barker's ability to kick as far. He doesn't think he can do it. Short lead by Tomei, and now it should be a certain goal. Tomei only 25 to 30 metres out.
That was very interesting because Tomei went past Jet at quite a bit, and Jet really made no attempt to pick him up, and a very easy mark.
Saints trail by 10 points at the 20-minute mark. Tomei's kick, he hooks it badly for a behind. It should have been a certainty.
They'd be doing a lot better with better finishing, Drew, wouldn't they?
Yes, they've deserved a better score, haven't they, than 2-4. Strawn out wide. Nice lead given there by Peart. It was a good mark, this chap, and takes it well. Peart, one of the left footers in the side. Michael Roach is in front position. Elphingston with him. Nice play there by Landy. In front, it should have been taken that time by Lovett. Taylor to Jess. Jess will have a long one. Hooks it back, but hooks it not. Did he hook it? Just missed. I was going to say not far enough, and then it seemed to come back just a little, but it was one behind. And Richmond are 4-2, St Kilda 2-4.
Much more methodical in their approach to goal, though, aren't they? They really bring the ball up quickly and get a shot in very quickly.
How open the defensive line is. You can throw a blanket over 30 players just on the white line of the square. Morwood kicks to centre wing. Burns backs into Egan. Burns keeps it forward St Kilda's way. Egan follows up. Down goes to May. Crosses kick. Odgers it was. Close to the boundary line. Out of bounds on the full. Off the Richmond man, surely. Free kick St Kilda's way to Jenkin. There's Matthew Wall. Jenkin from half-forward flank. Not a lot of depth in his kick. Bounces through the pack. Pro out to Cowie. In front, 30 metres out. Around Lee. Should be a goal. Well done.
Lee having a poor first quarter, actually. Well done, side bottom. Nice thump by Temo. Run into lots of trouble. The throw, says umpire Vassalor against Moore. And it's Rioli, I think, to take it. He's not had a very productive first turn. This is his first kick.
We've seen quite a few errors along those lines by the St Kilda players, particularly by Moore, who's made 3 or 4 mistakes along that line, isn't it? It really does demonstrate their lack of depth. Very hard on Moore, of course.
Rioli down towards centre half forward. Morwood's the leaper. Morwood's the man who takes it beautifully too. Morwood out wide, looks for Meehan, who's been an excellent player. Burns gives the lead to Meehan, pursued by Rioli. This will be good, but he's too wide.
Four points the difference. Tigers in front at the 23-minute mark in the first quarter. Lee and Cowie. Cowie, good luck, a good jump. Rioli, who hasn't been starting the centre bounces in the centre square. From half-back flank up to the wing, too long for Rawlings. Francis, caught by Tomei, inboard. Rawlings again. Oh, beautiful paddle by Cross to Tomei. On he goes to Cunningham, dashing past. Great pass. Burns, within scoring distance, 35 metres. And a straight kick by Greg Burns will put the Saints in front. A lot of people thought that St Kilda, after 2 successive wins, could really push Richmond today, but not so many thought so after the team was selected, with 4 injuries and 2 suspensions. But they're taking it right up to the Tigers in the first quarter. Greg Burns kicks for goal, and the Saints now lead a minute short of time on.
Lee got this one down. Rawlings can't take it. Rioli comes in, but before that, down there going too. This will be unfriendly. Jeff Cunningham, who's a magnificent player and a tremendous contester, causes lots of mischief. The free kick will go Richmond's way, of course. And I think it's the skipper, Harry Rawlings, and there's only Taylor and his opponent in that goal line there, and Rawlings would be advised to kick it quickly and give him a good chance. A lovely kick by Rawlings up. Taylor ran into the back, he took it. Oh, wasn't a very good effort from Kilda's Frawley.
That would appear to be at odds with the other kick he gave to Richmond about 10 minutes before for interference behind.
Taylor runs right round, hooks it back and does it well. Excellent goal. That's 4 points lead for Richmond. Backhander by Lee. Rioli overruns it. Burns, the straight runner, comes at it. Out to a half-forward flank it goes, where Jepp is leading in front of Cunningham. They're not friends. Over the hands it goes of Jenkin. It's out of bounds on half-forward flank. The Saints in attack.
Jenkin had a good game last week in his first game against Footscray. Hasn't got into it today. 1 kick. Lee in front, clean possession against Cowie, but gave it straight to Tomei, who fumbled. Lee comes back out with it. Push, no whistle. Play on, in goes Fiddler. Down he goes. O'Neill's been a good player for Richmond. Inboard to Peart, former Collingwood teammate. Bouncing ball at the centre. Straight at it, Elphinston. Good hand pass to Tomei. Not good depth with his kick. Luckily, Jenkin.
Yeah, might have meant it, Drew. We might give him a bit of credit. I'm not sure. It was a short-looking kick, and yet maybe he propped it. Jenkin short passes. Oh, nobody at home. Stopping did Meehan, but Meehan gets it after a fumble. It's all Richmond. Out wide it goes. Francis gets it nicely across to the half-back flank. Landy, I think it was, long. Underneath it, Francis. Good mark. Over the top of his opponent and beautifully over the top of Temo.
Inboard he goes to Egan. Centre of the ground. Tigers by 4 points. Egan's kick lead by Taylor. Well done. Well, he got the ball brilliantly last week. He kicked only 3 goals, 7. This one will test him, 50 metres. But it was a good lead. He arched his back well. Kept his body in between ball and opponent. But now he's got to double up with a kick. He's kicked 1 goal in the first quarter, Brian Taylor. That's a good one. It's home. Good shepherding on the line by Roach, allowed it through.
It was good shepherding. It would have been handy for St Kilda to have a ruckman back to contest that unopposed, as well as the other 2 players who were competing. Here we see the pass. It's a very good pass, really right into a bit of space there for Taylor to mark very easily. Very long kick again. That must again have been around 60 metres.
St Kilda's Favia comes on the ground as Max Crowe, being the best ruckman on the ground, gets it out wide. A chance for Moore, who's had a poor game. Here comes Burns, who's a very good player. His 9th possession. All pushed out, I thought. The marker's taken by Jenkin. He's too far out to score. See if he can pass a little better this time. Barker says kick it long, but the short pass goes out to the flank.
Cross.
And it's Cross taken it. He's only about 40 to 45 metres out. Cross and Meehan have been a busy pair of rovers around the ground. They've done it well. Cross now from about a 45-degree angle, close to the man the mark, makes the distance. Excellent looking kick, but just missed through for 1 behind. 3 points the difference, the Tigers in front.
Really deserved a bit more in the...
Sorry.
The St Kilda Rovers have really found it very easy to find a bit of space in their forward line. Not really closely tagged at all.
Just out of the back pocket. Graham Landy. Up to centre wing, Roach in front. Crashed down by 2 opponents. Jet pulled to the ground. Great tackle. Hand pass goes to Cross, to lightly inboard to Morwood. He steers the pass for Barker. Oh, great football, St Kilda. Umpire said it was a half volley. Play on. Barker fights on. And now the umpire calls for it and will ball it up at centre half forward.
Bad luck, Trevor Barker. It was a magnificent effort. It's been a lively full forward, unaccustomed position for him. Cowie. Lee wins this one. Peart gets a beautiful bounce and does it well, though. Drives it downfield. Lovett's in front. Might have taken a free. Yes. Against Hodges. Lovett to Peart, and Peart short, and down goes Taylor. In front is Frawley. Frawley then boots it downfield. Nice punch down. Lovett again. Wants to hand pass. Can't find anybody to pass to. Jimmy Jess the target. Underneath it, Elphingston, a very good player.
Gee, that wasn't bad. He stumbled, was out of position, recovered, and took the mark. Centre of the ground. Too long for Cunningham. Oh, this looks good. Cowie. Left foot pass to Barker, too long. Strawn. And Barker prostrate on the ground. Couldn't then get hold of Strawn, who finds Francis a mile in the clear. Pokes the pass to Jess. Elphinston beats him to it. Good play. Elphinston drives it long. This looks good for St Kilda again. On the bounce. Jenkin. Wide out. Centering kick for Barker. Strawn playing him well. Follows up. Good play, Greg Strawn. High to the centre of the ground. Jim Jess is there. To the ground. Taken away by Egan, who bursts away with pace. Goes for a bounce. And another one. This will be a goal from the centre. Oh, great smother. That was Hodges.
It was perfect. And it's taken by Max Crowe. Hodges, congratulations on a perfect smother. Egan overdid it. Max Crowe short one. All bad pass. Cross has got the chance, caught, breaks away very cleverly, drives it badly towards Barker. And a hand pass goes out wide from Stewart. Hoofed back there by Amor, in front and punched away by Stewart again. Well done side bottom. Peart gets an opportunity, an awkward bounce. Pass to Peart again and turns onto his left foot, boots it downfield. Amor and Anir go up and Amor's won it, and once again St Kilda in attack.
Bit dubious.
Free kick to Landy. Good lead by Roach, who should have marked. Varpey to push on the back. The free kick is taken by Anir, who plays on. Just gets clear. Lead by Taylor. Oh, great mark, Brian Taylor.
That really was a beauty. He was hotly pressed. His judgment was splendid. He was careering out at full pace. And that really was a magnificent lead, but an even better mark by number 21, Ryan Taylor.
Contrast between Taylor's play and Barker at the other end. Taylor in front, leading quickly and getting the ball delivered well to him.
Taylor, long kick, well off direction. Punch down by Lee, booted down by Morwood. Roach, a magnificent gather. Onto his left foot, not quite the same standard, and it goes straight to St Kilda.
Brown switches direction. Brown to May. Gets a lead from Burns. Rioli closes the gap. Burns gets the kick away. Bit of pressure here.
Lane's on the ground, I think.
Loses control to Egan. Inboard to Jep. The Tigers break away with not much pressure now. Or Taylor being mauled by Frawley. And Frawley gets the free kick. Oh.
Well, umpire Vasila was right beside it. I couldn't see it, but he's telling him all about it. And Cunningham kicks it out wide. Nice lead, but unsuccessful there by Favier. Picked up by Roach, having a good few minutes. Out towards the centre of the ground. Back it goes to James Jess from Jep, and Jess kicks one of his big ones. Taylor's got front position well, and my word, he could have taken a free that time, but it's not allowed it. Out to Burns, who was doing some wonderful defensive play in the back of the ground, but it's over the line out of bounds. Well, before that to Hodges.
Gary Hodges from the back pocket, short of centre wing. Jess over the top of Elphinston. Egan at the back, runs into Elphinston, in trouble, and the ball out of play. Turned one way when he maybe should have gone the other.
Just having a little bit of feeling into the game, Drew.
Egan got plenty to say to May. Umpire had something to say as well.
There's been a few little backhanders flying, and a few of the lads are starting to even them up a bit, I think.
Crow against Lee. Oh, Lee. Down to half-forward flank. Lovett. Out.
With the scoreboard, Richmond 6-2. Magnificent kicking. St Kilda 4-5. 38 to 29. Roach and Crow. Even. Burns, magnificent kick getter. That kick is smothered. Oh, ridden into the ground. Free kick must go to St Kilda's to May. Good goer. Sent it down looking for Lane. Lane in front, and he was pushed at the last moment too by Landy. Lane takes the free. St Kilda's young side and very depleted side have fought gallantly. Out to the flank, very nicely done. And well taken by Jenkin, who's had a good second term. Jenkin now on the half-forward flank, sends it long. Side bottom, Crow in front, almost took a good one. Punched away by Stewart. Down it goes from Wall, and it's over the line out of bounds, but the Saints are in attack.
Side bottom and Lee. Lee wins it to Kane. Gets clear with his kick. Bounces towards the boundary line. Tomei keeps it in. No, he didn't. He was out before he had his kick. Well, not much in it. 9 points. Tigers lead, mainly through their better kicking, because St Kilda have had 9 shots to 8. Another boundary throw in. Cowie with Lee. Lee over the top of him. Jenkin doing well in the second turn. Couldn't quite get away from Anir, and Anir's tackle forced the hand pass to go out.
It's still, at this stage, bottled up on St Kilda's outer half-forward flank as they kick towards the main scoreboard. Lee nicely in front. Jenkin fighting for it. Brilliant play by Egan. Egan's a lovely kick, and that's a good left footer. Over the back it goes. Here's a chance for Jimmy Jess, the big long kick. He tries a short one. He always looks for Taylor, but he did it so well. He did it so well with the man who can kick such tremendous distances, and yet Jess also is a very good pass, and that was perfect football. I think he might have been wise to have a long go that time, but he did it he executed it so beautifully that now Taylor is in a better position. He's about 40 to 45 metres out. He drives at goal and does it well. Ugly looking kick in his own third. And Richmond just sneaking away a little at this stage.
A very confident shot for goal, isn't he, Taylor? Could have really used a thought balloon then from Jimmy Jess's mind as he ran down, because he must have thought very hard about kicking long. He was only 50 or so metres out. And instead he unloaded a wonderful pass to Taylor. Never go full, any chance.
Taylor so often getting in front, marking clean. 15-point lead now to Richmond. Crow beats Lee, backhanded to Burns, out of the centre, chased by Lane with Landy. Jenkin there as well, Lane number 15. Ball out of play. Well, St Kilda really in the middle stages now of the second quarter have to fight back. Whereas Richmond with a 15-point lead, another couple of goals could sink the Saints. Fiddler to cross, drives it long, 20 metres short of the goal square. Big leap by Landy at the back. Inboard from Fiddler again. Favier, down he goes under the weight of numbers. Whistle's gone, it'll be a ball up.
It was weight of numbers. He was just swamped by opponents that time, was Favier. Down in front, this is dangerous, and Peart says yes, it is dangerous, and thumps it through with his left hand and is willing to forfeit 1 point, and that makes 14 points the difference.
Strawn's kick in for Walsh. Good mark. Plenty of pressure from Amor. Amor, who's played only one game, has got a big assignment on last year's best recruit, Philip Walsh. Off the hands it goes. Well taken by Landy. Good kick. Roach leads. Should mark. As always his. Well, Roach, who was one of the three-pronged attack down last week. Jess and Taylor played well, but Roach couldn't get into the game. And Michael Roach doing far better today. He's already kicked a mighty long goal in the first quarter and now lining up for his second. Distance 45. Beautiful kick. No trouble about that. And quite a break now to the Tigers, who lead 50 to 30.
It is quite a break, Drew, and that was a marvellous kick by Landy. He didn't really have a lot of time. He saw Roach just had a bit of a yard going behind Offington, and he put it well over the heads of both players. Very neat kick, and really left Offington with nothing to do but to try and back onto Roach, and Roach merely had to hold his ground after taking a few yards backward.
Comes the tall timber again, and Crow's done very well against Lee and beats him for the punch down again. Nice play cross. On he goes, kick is smothered. Punch by Strawn. Well played, Francis. He's a very clever player, is Francis. Out to Jep. Jep then drives out looking for Roach again. Roach goes to the ground and Sharp takes it away from him, and it's pushed over the line out of bounds in centre wing position.
Tigers lead by 20 points at the 15-minute mark of the second quarter. Rough infringement there. Free kick to Max Crow. Lee all over him. Crow to half-forward flank. Favier comes from behind. In front, Kane. Gets the hand pass away. It comes unstuck. Cunningham's hand pass inboard. Is taken by Strawn. His kick over centre. Morwood there for the Saints. Off hands. Lovett. Lovett drives it long for Taylor. This time he's not in front. Oh, and a good mark to Frawley.
Yes, that was magnificently done. And Taylor's dispatched to the ground. But behave yourself. And Vassilou's a very persistent umpire, always standing with his chin in their chest, telling them what they're doing wrong. Which I'm not sure is the right way to do it. But magnificent play that time by Frawley up against a talented opponent. Sends it down looking for Cowie. Peart's the leaper. Follows on very well too. Hits it out again. He's beating St Kilda players everywhere. Crosses in trouble. Look out. Taken well by Lane. Then he boots it high downfield. Big ugly pack fly for it, and nice play. Out wide to Landy. Landy is a very good disposal of the ball. Gives it out cleverly. Got lots of time to pick it up. Rollings eventually left foots it straight down towards the flank, and Roach almost took a good one, but really on his hammer that time was his opponent Sharp.
Egan, caught from behind, loses control, cross gathers. Good hand pass to Favier. He backs his judgment and gets around Mervyn Kane. Kick drops a bit short, just mark to Stewart. 2 nines, play on. Across the ground he goes, and a mile in the clear is Wall.
Wall can really go for a bit of a run. He decides not to. Decides to kick looking for Jess. Jess hotly pursued again, and nicely falling into position was taken there by Tomei. Tomei downfield. Good leap in front that time by Cowie, and follows on very cleverly, very quickly. Then fumbles at the crucial time, and he's gathered in by Wall. Elphingston fighting for it, but it was over the line, out of bounds. Bad luck, Cowie. Did the first part well. One fumble and lost it.
One fumble's all you're allowed, and many times not even that. Knocked forward by Cowie, but straight into the legs of the big pack around him. Lane takes it over the line. Almost got to have blonde hair to get a game for St Kilda.
Quiet second term from Cunningham has put the Saints back a little. There you go, Kane to the man who got foot to ball, I think, and footed it into the crowd. So the free kick will go to Lane. St Kilda had a lot of the ball out in that half-forward flank, but it's really been bottled up. They've had it too wide.
I'm wondering whether it's the weather and they'd rather play cricket on the practice wickets out there. They certainly haven't been able to move off there for most of the quarter.
A few no balls in there. They've been too far out. Now here comes Lane. No lead. Max Crow's the height, the hope for them. Oh, big pack go for it. Very, very strong and dependable player, Strawn. Underneath it is Burns, who's played a magnificent term and a brilliantly spoilt there by captain against him in the person of Rollins.
Your comment on Cunningham, I think, is exactly right. Jepp has really managed to cut him out.
Clears the two ruckmen. Egan backwards to Rollings. Rollings from half-back flank to centre wing. Roach, hasn't he lifted today?
Centre wing, drives for Jess. Great kick, too high for Jimmy. Went underneath it, actually. Nice pick up, out wide it goes, and here's an opportunity now for go running downfield. Hodges it is, and look at the long pass. Favier lost it. Good strong play, Peart. Richmond players everywhere, but Crow's in the thick of them. Out wide to the flank. Ooh, could have been a free that to Philip Walsh, it is. And Walsh takes the free. Let's play on, says the umpire. Out wide to Jepp. Jepp then sends it long, looking for Taylor. Taylor's too late, and he gets it lucky. No, it's an awkward bounce. Out to Jess is brilliant. And Jess misses. A lovely tap on from Lovett, and Jess kicked back.
I don't know what you feel, Doug, but I still feel Richmond a little casual in their approach. They, just on that occasion in a more important game, I feel would have scooted away and made sure of that.
Could have made another 10 or 15 metres, yeah.
They might prove the difference between a top team and a low team by winning at 60% pace. Egan, back to Rollings, cornered by Morwood. Back on his left boot, centres for Jess. They'll kick it from here, Jess, but he's 65 metres out. I'm confident in his ability.
They've switched Elphingston across to Roach, I think. I don't know where Elphingston is at this stage.
Jim Jess unloads. Gee, I'm a bad judge. He's missed it by 25 metres. And a comfortable mark to Elphingston.
Sharps on Jess.
Yeah, looks like the sharp on Jess. Elphingston long.
Sorry.
Oh, Jess, a magnificent leap over the top of side bottom.
Sharp on Roach, right?
Rolling's a driver. What a lead to Taylor. Brilliant pass. And well, that was like a bullet. Taylor's a very quick lead. He leads it late, which doesn't put him too far out to score. Now there's been a couple of glorious passes. One from Jess, one from Rollings, and equally brilliant leads. Let's see if it can end up with a goal to big Brian Taylor. Kicks for goal. Got the right boot on today, hit the post, bad
Doesn't appear that quick over the ground, Taylor, but certainly he's got that knack of getting a couple of yards on a player and then uses his body extremely well to keep his front position.
Kicking's not too good. Oh, a bit of trouble here for Rogers. We'll see it out. Beautiful bip there by Jenkins and Rawlings.
There's really a bit of country football there by Jenkins too. He had the opportunity to pick it up and decided to try and tap it on to get clear. And of course, in a player like Rawlings, you really don't have much chance of doing that.
Side bottom tries to get front position, did it reasonably well. Here comes Egan, all down, side bottom at him. Well played Elphinstone, who's a Butte player. Downfield it goes. Max Crow and Peart having a great battle. Opportunity there for dive on it by a Moore, and it is swamped by opponents. Landy and Peart on top of him. It'll be bounced by umpire Howe.
Tigers leading by 22 points and appearing to be doing it fairly easily. Side bottom that time. Francis overruns. Chance for Jenkins, who drives to centre half forward. Chance for Cunningham. In front of Jep. Not too far out to score. Goes for the pass. Unmarked Crow, who covered a mile of ground to get there, but couldn't take the mark. Drops it. Stewart comes out with it. Out wide he finds support, and Wall breaks.
Wall with a very driving left footer. In front is Paul Morwood. Nice leap that time by Egan. Brilliantly played. And Egan drives it looking for Jess. Past Jess. Well played Rawlings. Rawlings having a good term. Tackled brilliantly by Hodges. Out wide it goes to Lane, and Lane's slow. Sharp was slow. Kicks it off the ground. Picked up and driven downfield. And here's Cunningham again. Burns again, I should say. With a very long one. Cowie from behind. Over the back it goes. It's all Richmond through Peart, but he lets the ball dribble over the line out of bounds.
Cowie from behind is very relevant because that whole full forward line of St Kilda has really been in front all day. It's really cost them 3 or 4 opportunities to score.
They're in attack now. The Saints badly needing a goal from this. Cross. Threads the ball through but can't find a teammate. Stewart. Over half back. Rioli, courageous mark with Burton Cunningham bearing down. Great pass to Egan, who's had a great second quarter. Egan has a look around at the opposition. Passes to Taylor in the goal square. It's not clear yet. Oh, rushed behind just in time.
Well done, Hodges, wasn't it?
I don't understand why Taylor, particularly after disappointment of missing the ball, why he proceeds to try and be physical with the player that's responsible. He's done it again there with really no cause. He's only going to get himself in trouble, and he has already got himself in trouble once or twice this year. We saw it previously when Frawley did it.
Hodges did all the hard work and all the courage.
Yep.
Magnificent effort by Hodges.
It'd be much better to accept it and play on.
Long to Morwood, a perfect pass. Morwood takes it on half-back flank. Burns and Rioli having a great battle with Burns winning. In front it's Jenkins, who's a busy little player. He drives out towards centre wing. Nicely taken there by Lane. And driven into the ground. There'll be a 15-metre penalty, I thought. There is. This is where they're falling down. Max Crow down the forward line now. 2-1 against him. Punched away. Meehan. Crow. It was play on because it was touched. He had to play on. And just made one behind.
Richmond went in at half-time leading by 28 points. They kicked 9 goals to 3 in the third quarter and then 6 goals to 5 in the last to win by 64 points. Brian Taylor kicked 7 goals. Lovett and Jess kicked 3 each. And for St Kilda, Barker kicked 3. 2 Saints reported, Glenn Middlemiss and Jeff Cunningham.
Since round about 1982.